the summertime podcast. I have a special guest with me today. I have Scott Watkin, who is the Head of Engagement for SeeAbility. Some of you may know him already. And we're here today to talk about self-advocacy and a few other topics thrown in the mix. So that's what's coming up within the next 10 minutes. Sit back, relax and enjoy. So the key taking control message for this episode is to always use respectful and understandable language with the people you support, because that is what exactly we are. We are people. We are not service users, clients, residents. We are people that SeeAbility support. Hi Scott.
Hi Summer.
Is there anything you would like to add to today's key taking control message?
Absolutely. I think it's really, really important that people we support are seen as people, and we don't use different language that people don't understand. And I think we have to treat people as they would want to be treated within society, and to make sure that they are being listened to and to live their lives the way that they choose to live them, as independent as possible.
So your topic of choice today is self-advocacy. Why is that important to you, Scott?
So self-advocacy is really, really important to me, because it's about making sure that people with learning disabilities, autism and sight loss have a voice, not only within SeeAbility as people that we support, but actually outside as well. And actually self-advocacy gives people like yourself, Summer, and myself and others the opportunity to have their rights and their voice heard, and to being able to lobby the government and to campaign on the things that matter to you.
I know that you're the Head of Engagement for SeeAbility. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about what that involves, please, Scott?
It's about supporting the people that we support to become the next generation of leaders, because we know that I'm not going to be around forever, as much as everybody would love me to be. And I think some of the key things that involves is we are currently campaigning for better pay for our support workers. We're currently talking to government about what they can make and see change, and how they listen to disabled people. But also we are also asking the people that we support and to come and tell the government and tell people what needs to change, because that is really, really important. Only this week, you and I, Summer, we were both at the House of Lords event, and we spoke to two government ministers, Stephen Timms and Stephen Kinnock, and also after that I went and met with West Streeting to hear about what his plans are for the health and social care. And so it's really, really important that we all make sure that you're empowered to get your voices heard.
Thank you very much for that, Scott. And finally on this section, what was one toy or present that you received as a child?
I'm sure you're all gonna laugh at me now and think this is hilariously funny, but I used to like walking around with a dolly and pram. I think that I was, as a child, liked to care I was sensitive and liked to care for other people and other children when I was at school and everything. And I think one of the things that I like doing is making sure that everybody's okay, and that symbolises me.
So, Scott, I now have a surprise question for you. Are you ready?
I am ready and I'm excited to hear what that surprise question is.
Okay, so your surprise question for this episode is pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
I definitely agree with you there, Scott. Pineapple on pizza is key for me. What do you think about that, Scott?
I think pineapple makes the pizza more tasty.
Definitely.
Because you get pineapple and ham, the Hawaiian pizza, or you can have it with, I think pineapple goes with a lot of things, summer.
Me too. I definitely think pineapple definitely makes a pizza, yes. So the next thing we're going to talk about today is your top 5, Scott. So your top 5 is top 5 things to think about and consider when thinking about self-advocacy.
Okay, that's great. And I'm going to do it like top of the pops here. So in first place is making sure that the people we support are having their voice heard. That is a priority for me. The second thing is about influencing, to empower you as people we support to being able to influence the professionals and to tell them what needs to change. So that could be government ministers, that could be people in NHS England, that could be your MPs, that could be also your local councillors, and that could be your support teams as well. The third one is about creating you to be good leaders. You are becoming and you're growing in your leadership and becoming to be better leaders within your role, and that's giving you confidence to being able to say, actually, I want to do this differently, or I want to lead this piece of work or this program, or I want to be able to chair the big team meeting today. And then number 4 is about making sure that we are representing all of the people that we support. So that might be that we will want to work alongside taking control, because taking control does all the internal stuff at SeeAbility, and the Listen Up program does the external influencing. And so what do we need to be doing to make sure that that is all working together and joined up? And I think the 5th thing for me is around me supporting the team and the people we support to have their voice heard. Because actually, if you haven't got the support around you to doing it, you're not going to be able to achieve your dreams, to being able to have your voice heard and tell the Prime Minister or tell your local MP what needs to change. So we have to think about giving you that confidence to being able to make that happen.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your top 5, Scott. Next up is the VIJ, the very important joke. This joke can be naughty but not too naughty. So over to you, Scott.
Okay, so what do you call a witch on a phone?
Don't know.
Twitch mobile.
Oh, very good, Scott. Thank you for your VIJ. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode of Summertime. I would just like to say thank you, Scott, for coming on the show today. Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, I've loved being here with you, Summer, talking to you. I'd like to just say thank you to everybody that's listening as well to me. I know sometimes I can be boring and I can talk too much. So, thank you, Summer, for inviting me on the show, and I'm really excited to hear more of your episodes.
Thank you very much, Scott, and it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Scott.
Live, love, thrive, belong.